Day 2 movement snacks, follow along. Start with nasal breathing. Try and see if you can be comfortable in the kneeling position or find a position that you haven't played with so far this week. The focus is to be breathing on both in through the nose and out through the nose, and to feel this lateral expansion of the side line of your ribs. Instead of thinking of diaphragmatic breathing as a kind of balloon of the belly, start to think of it as an accordion, and you feel this slight expansion on the sides. And see if you can keep the air just very gentle and actually less air. So it's almost as though you're not even aware of the air coming in your nose and out. Next, we're going to move into the dead bugs. Lie on your back, lift your knees, arms straight ahead of the shoulders. And now you're just going to move opposite arm, opposite leg in a slow, smooth action, extending the arm, extending the leg, keeping the heels so that the feet are faced up. You're not trying to point your toes. You're really engaging the core and keeping the lower back on the ground. Maintain nasal breathing throughout the dead bugs. Try not to rush them. Go nice and slowly and smoothly. And you'll start to feel that this is a little bit more demanding than it probably looks at first glance. Just keep the steady rhythm going, opposite arm, opposite leg. And see if you can avoid having the foot go completely on the ground so it just hovers just above the ground. This is another nervous system reset because we're using this contralateral opposite pattern of opposite arm, opposite leg, connecting both sides of the brain and connecting the whole body as a result. Next, we're going to ease into some rocking. Gently bring the wrists down to the floor, and remember, don't move into pain. Gently introduce this rocking motion, and then when that feels comfortable, start to go in some circles. So you're just introducing a different load to different areas of the wrists. Now you're going to play with some of the different rocks. So maybe if your feet were down, you're going to tuck the toes underneath. Then you can bring one leg out to the side whilst keeping the leg behind you with the toes flat. And see if you can keep pressing into the outside of the foot on the leg that's straightened. Always do a few on both sides. Sometimes just 3 repetitions is all you need to just check in with a move and introduce your body to it so it feels really good. Maintain nasal breathing. You can also do this one where you have the knees wide and the feet together. Keep your eyes open when you're doing these drills. We want to be training our vestibular ocular system as well as our nervous system. Now we're going to transition into speed skater to standing. This may be more taxing on your brain than anything else. You're going to start on all fours, opposite arm and leg go back behind you, and then keeping the motion the same as if you were walking. So opposite arm, opposite leg swings forward. You're then going to go from arms at the back, take a step forward, balance, and then bring the knee up. So you end up standing on one leg. You'll find this taxing. Sometimes it really can take quite a few goes to get the rhythm of it. And then when you're back on your knees, then you change sides. Again, some of these things are sneaky hard. We're really making the brain and the body work together here, as well as doing things like stabilizing the foot, working on our balance, engaging the core, engaging the glutes, all of these other things that a lot of coaches will talk about, but we're also working the nervous system here because the brain and the nervous system is running the show, and we want them to be happy whilst we're building our muscles, our tissues, our tendons. And remember, the work is in the wobble. If you're wobbling whilst you're doing this, then don't worry. It just means that your body is adapting and go through this phase of frustration where you think like, oh, I can't do this. It just means you need more time to work out how to do it differently. That's all it is. And welcome that. Welcome your movements with curiosity and playfulness. And just see, like, if you get something wrong, you just carry on. So the next thing we're going to do is now we're going to get rid of some of that tension because we've been in certain movement patterns and now we're on our feet. So to begin to just shake, vibrate, and bounce. This is really great for bone density, for our nervous system, for our lymphatic system. We are pumping our lymph system. And then you're going to do this shake it out, sort of happy horse. So really just shake, 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 bounce, bounce. And then it's kind of like, imagine you had a big mane and you're just going to go. And any tension you were holding, here we go. Any tension you were holding in your body, you can start to let go of. Because a body that's more relaxed is happier to move. So just spend a minute or so here, just bouncing, shaking, vibrating. You will feel better for it. Now we're going to work on our thoracic glides. So you're going to take this kind of Charlie's Angels gun finger and find your baseline. See where you can go from when you twist around and get a visual reference for that. Then arms to the side, you're going to do these thoracic glides. It's just 5 on each side, so 10 in total. Shake and then retest. And see if you have more access to more rotation after doing these moves. Quick little shake. And again, repeat the 10 glides. Sometimes the second one is the sweet spot. Sometimes people will only have a tiny bit of difference. Other people, you're going to have a huge difference. So I've had clients who have increased their range of motion easily by 30%. And as you can see on mine, even by the second one, I am way, way, way further around after doing these really simple glides. So I love these moves and I really recommend they become a kind of stable part of your movement snacks, especially if you're finding a lot of rotation after doing the glides. This just means our thoracic spine area can just sort of get stuck. So we're going to finish off with some tripods. So hip hinge, place palm down, long leg comes through, reverse action, come back up. Again, you can just place the palm, go through, reverse, pivot, and come back up. So you place it down, and then you're pivoting on the foot that's there. And maintain this nasal breathing as you're doing this. You can do these slowly, calmly. You can bring the leg down to the ground. Or if you want a sort of cardio finisher, you can go much more quickly on these and then see how that feels. All of these moves bring you to a 10-minute movement snacks. You can do a little bit more or a little bit less of each. As I was doing these, I didn't have a clock or an alarm. So you can just do that and then go back at the end and reset your breathing. See how your body feels and enjoy the movement snacks. So just to recap, today has been breathing, dead bug, rocking, bird dog, speed skater to standing, shake, vibrate, bounce, thoracic glides, tripod transitions. There's a lot there. The movement snacks can normally be 4 or 5 different moves, but I want to give you lots of tools to play with this week. So enjoy this follow along or just write down the moves, set your timer, do a minute for the breathing, dead bugs, rocking, bird dog, spend a few minutes with the shake, speed skater to standing, then shake it out, go through 3 rounds of the glides, and then 1 minute of the tripod transitions. Enjoy your movement snacks.